Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Okay, so last session, all the plans have been made. All the various party members and NPCs and people of interest around Barovia are heading to their respective positions for the battle oncoming. You three went and used the teleportation circle that was within the coffin maker's shop to teleport into Castle Ravenloft. You appeared in a spot that you weren't quite sure where it was at first, but after working, sort of pacing things out, worked out you're in some sort of like wine cellar or larder, and managed to get your bearings on based on the maps that you had picked up in the Amber Temple. You started making your way upwards, and for the most part had avoided detection until a broom started its way down a spiral staircase.
Well, no, we saw the heart before then.
Yes. Well,
the heart didn't see us, though. It's a heart, it's not eyes.
How do you know that? It might have eyes all around it.
Well, then it's not just a heart.
Then it's not a heart.
It's actually a bit more of a person than just one organ.
Then it's a selection of organs, and I don't have time for that.
And then it's just Jeffrey Dahmer's shopping list.
Or Narlag in his sleep.
Gross.
Gross.
Why would you liken your character to Jeffrey Dahmer?
I mean, he pretty much was.
What?
Well, no. Close.
I was referring to the collection of organs comment.
All I can think of is the Invader Zim episode now, where he's just got all the organs.
More organs means more human.
Yeah, you guys were climbing a spiral staircase up a large tower towards a pulsing light generated by a crystal heart floating towards the top of the spire. You were making your way up and realized that every 6 seconds it was thudding and causing you guys to lose your footing.
Wow, every 6 seconds, that's so precise.
Don't be that guy.
Look, we could have gone 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. What the fuck's a Mississippi?
I mean, that's just its pulse rate. I don't think that's really...
Was it once every 6 seconds? That's actually a pretty relaxed pace.
I mean, it's a big heart.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta imagine that, like...
That's 10 beats per minute. That's actually a really low heart rate.
Yeah.
But it's big, you know, it's good. Like larger animals have lower heart rates. Like a hummingbird is like
not a large animal.
Goes very fast.
Gotta go fast.
It's gotta go fast. I'm liking this streamer persona that I've got right now. I feel like I should be, I don't know, like hurling racial slurs at 12-year-olds playing Counter-Strike or something. I mean...
We can just stop this whenever, honestly.
Yeah, please do.
But yeah, you were making your way up the spiral staircase, every time that the heart beat, you guys started to lose your footing. I believe Narlag took a bit of a dive off the edge and then was caught by Ulrich.
Thank goodness for that.
And then sort of took to using climbing pythons and ropes and crawling to slowly start making your way further and further up. But are now met with a new obstacle of an animated broom, basically coming down the stairs, sweeping every bit of dirt and grime off the edge down the center of the tower into the large drop below. And it's an animated broom, it doesn't really think about things, it's just doing what it's doing. You guys are not stairs, so it wants to try and sweep you off the stairs.
I think I had climbing pythoned and grabbed it.
Yep, you sort of wrangled it.
That had happened?
Yes.
And we just roll initiative, I think.
I think we're about to roll into initiative because I had to rebuild the encounter, so I assume... Yeah. But
So we're rolling the initiative dice as we speak.
we can do in a second. I've got some scene setting to do first off.
Well, I just rolled the dice. Fuck.
Well, that's fine. Just remember the fucking number.
Fine, I will.
Oh, that's a good one.
Outside, in the fields of Barovia, that approach upon the Castle of Ravenloft, the two battle lines are facing off at each other. At the heads of each of them at the heads of one is Mordenkainen, and the various, we'll call them generals at this point, leaders of the army. And on the opposite side is Strahd and his forces, his packs of werewolves and zombies and skeletal forces and flying beasties and vampire spawn. The two commanders basically fire this battle off by launching spell attacks at each other. Strahd and Mordenkainen. The battle, as soon as they fire the first shots, the two lines just start to charge at each other. Strahd and Mordenkainen take to the air, both using the flight spell or flight abilities that they have, and are fighting above the melee, the grand melee that is happening below. At a point, you can see as an observer a flash of light to the north of this battle, and a large figure with spread wings, encased in light, points a pointed finger forwards, and a small squad of bestial-looking humans charge into the fray as well. For a moment, Mordenkainen is looking down at this fight and seeing a celestial being, an angel, joining the fray, and a sigh of relief sort of can be sort of heard whispering from his mouth, until those mongrel folk meet the battle and start to attack Mordenkainen's forces. Mordenkainen, in a brief moment of distraction, misses the opportunity to dodge an incoming attack from long clawed fingernails of Strahd, and takes 4 deep scratches across the side of his face, and little slivers of blood start to come out of those and then drip to the floor. Strahd sits across from him, glaring at him with glowing red eyes, and just licking the blood out from under his fingernails. Mordenkainen notices at this point that nothing that he has done so far has even slightly damaged the Vampire Lord. And for the first time in a while, since having his faculties back, he is considering his mortality. And with that, we will roll back into the tower where you guys are currently fighting an animated broom. If you can please give me your...
That was some Lord of the Rings shit. That was some Return of the King business going on. And now here's 3 chucklefucks fighting a broom.
Also, we don't know any of that.
No.
I do.
How do you know?
Ryan just said it.
You as characters don't know how the battle is going outside.
I'm a character.
You are a character.
Start with me, Ryan. My initiative is 19.
I got an 18 plus 2.
I got 13.
What's the broom get? What's a broom's initiative, Ryan?
Apparently better than Ulrich's.
Most things are.
Yeah.
Narlag, you're up first. The current state is Wick has got one hand against basically holding onto a rope that is wrapped to a climbing python. The other hand is hanging onto a broom that is thrashing around in his arms, trying to break free.
Can I target the broom with a spell?
Yes.
Alright. I fire Eldritch Blast at it. And this is something I forgot from last session, but apparently I actually get 3 hits from Eldritch Blast now, not 2.
You did that last session.
You did it last time.
I swear I didn't.
We talked about it.
Maybe we talked about me forgetting it.
I don't think you attacked last session.
No, we did. We had the duel between Narlag and...
That was the session before.
That was the session before.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, you get 3.
3.
Would you like to put all 3 into the broom?
I would very much. So it's a 17, a 15, and an 18.
Okay, 2 hit.
And that is a 3, a 5, and a 9 for damage.
This is why you can't do that.
Wait,
2 hit.
didn't realise what you said. Okay. Well, we'll take away the last one I did. So that's a 3 and a 5.
See, this is why it's built like that, Mitch. This is why. It's because of shit like this.
I thought Ryan said 2 hit, as in T-O hit.
But
That-
then he
that's-
didn't say
that-
anything else.
That
I
doesn't
may
make
be
any
a little bit
That
tired.
doesn't make any sense.
I may be a little bit tired, okay?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, Wick,
Hi.
it is yours.
What I would like to do is hold the broom and dash it against the edge of the stairs, trying to snap it.
Okay.
Like
Alright.
Yeah, it's a broom, just like yeah.
This will basically-
maybe grab it with both hands and snap it over my knee.
I'm okay.
Letting go of the thing and snapping it over my knee.
The hit roll on this would be a contested, like basically a contested,
Athletics?
like a grappling. So yeah,
Athletics?
yes,
Hey.
athletics. Yeah, I got athletics or acrobatics.
I got a 23.
You win on that one, so that's a hit. To break it over your knee, let's roll strength as your damage. So make it a D6 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just a moment. Sorry, I have... yep, okay, I'm good. That's a 4. That's a 4.
You hear sort of like cracking through the handle of this broom, but it is still thrashing around. Like you've got those 2 hands and try to crack it over your knee now.
Yep.
Cool.
And as just as my bonus action, if that didn't work, I'm gonna hold it up, ready for Ulrich to do something to it.
Yep. No worries.
Like kind of like that.
Like that. Like that,
Yep.
yes. Like what you just did on the camera. But I just realised it is the broom's turn before that, so I might be going off.
Okay. It's going to try and thrash free of your grip. So same sort of deal as before. It's going to try and break free. So this is essentially again a contested strength or contested, yeah.
Do I roll athletics?
Athletics, yes, please.
Okay, well, here's a problem. I have proficiency in athletics, so I could take a 10.
Yep.
But I did roll a 1.
So even with a 10, Your total would be what?
19.
Okay, so it wins either way. Whether I
Okay.
make it as... okay. It rips free of your hands,
That's not so bad.
and then from its current position, basically like tries to thwack itself on top of your head, basically like an angry maid whacking you over the head.
No.
What is your AC? Ooh, never mind about one of them, but the second one's a crit.
It hit me twice?
Yes.
Oh. 17.
Don't stress too much. I just had a look at the damage dice for this thing.
It's okay, I have things too.
10 bludgeoning damage. Take that, sir.
I'm going to use my reaction to halve that.
5 bludgeoning damage. Take
And-
less than before, sir.
Because he was attacked, I get an attack of opportunity.
Fuck this shit.
Hey, we're pretty good at this.
You are pretty good at this. It's a goddamn broom, guys. It's a broom.
I was
Is it
surprised
broken?
Narlag didn't kill it in the first bit. It should have, like, fuck all health.
It's a magic broom.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got to 16.
That just hits.
Are you happy with what you just did, Mitch?
What? Damage is 8 plus 3, so 11.
11?
What did I just do?
The picture you just put in the chat.
I am. I'm very happy. It took like a full minute for D&D Beyond to actually process that.
Oh boy. That's...
It's 100 D100s.
You roll below average.
You really did.
Okay. It is now actually your turn, Ulrich.
Cool. I attack it again. With my axe.
Yep.
On a wooden broom.
Yep.
I miss. So, I attack again.
So it sort of like zips slightly and dodges out of the road of this large, unwieldy axe.
I got to 17.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Oh, I just remembered. I got 12 plus 3. But, every attack now does extra radiant damage. Which
Oh, it's
I'm
like a D6 of radiant damage, is it?
let me check. Because that's a new thing that I have not used. Takes an extra D8 radiant damage.
Alright, roll that.
Damn,
So
son.
should I roll for last time as well?
Just roll the D8 quickly.
That one. Oh.
I should just cast Sunbeam on this thing. It's probably invincible.
I got 6.
Alright, mark that damage, and then roll your damage for this batch here. Not
Great.
forgetting your... Sorry?
Oh, then 18 total for this.
Okay. With an almighty swing of your axe, you splinter this thing in half. A whole pile of the bristles and everything sort of flutter out of the bindings, and this thing shatters down into a combination of straw and matchsticks.
That'll teach you for wanting to clean things.
Now, if everyone can give me a dexterity save, because the heart beats once more. Wick, you are currently not hanging on to anything because you removed your hands from the
I know.
python.
I know. But it's a dexterity save, so...
It is a dexterity save.
Well, we're plus 3 as well because of the thing? Yeah.
Yep. Same goes for Ulrich. He is currently, swinging axe.
Well,
So
I
he
rolled
won't be-
17.
I got a 28.
And
I got
Narlag?
15 total.
15 total.
So I got to 20.
Turns out I'm pretty good at dexterity saves, Ryan.
Cheeky bastard.
Weird.
Because I'm a rogue. That's it's like his thing. He's got quickness to him because he's a rogue.
Okay.
It's like the class that my character is.
He is quite roguish.
Well, look, I didn't want to say that, but, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so you have solved my broom puzzle.
Yeah, we defeated Strahd's Guardians.
Alright, at this point here, you can see ahead of you that there is the crystal heart is getting close to within range of your spells, Nalag, which is something I think you've been trying to do. The actual tower is beginning to sort of narrow a little bit. The space between each wall is getting narrower and narrower as you're reaching closer to the apex of this spire. Every 6 seconds or so, that heart again beats, and if you can, so that's the save you just made. As you get closer and closer to the heart, the actual the stonework starts to change. It starts to get a little bit more of a red hue to it, more like a red stone rather than the cold grey stone that you're used to for most of the rest of this tower. It's almost like this is some of the life of this heart is beginning to bleed across to its surroundings. They're taking on a little bit more of a flesh tone to them. It's not made of meat. It's not a tower made of meat, but it's if you made a building look like it's made of flesh and muscle.
Oh, well, that's completely different.
Yeah, but it's still solid stone. It's still.
I want to. How close are we? How are we? Within a couple floors of it, or are we?
You're within about 3 or 4 floors at this point, so you're getting to the point where you'll be you're getting into your Eldritch Blast range.
Yeah. Fellas, I can start hitting this thing with spells now. Do we want to get a closer look at it?
Well, you hitting it with spells is all well and good. I don't know how it's going to react, but maybe Mr. Dragon over here wants to smash it with something at close range. So maybe that would
be useful.
What we need to do.
On the
I don't
top
know.
level,
maybe you'll shoot it with one of your zip zaps, and it'll just pop like some kind of horrific balloon.
Before we do that, is there anything...
Horrific balloon.
I love that.
So, is there a top... There's a top level to this, yeah?
I just realised the picture in the background is of what we're fighting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, looking at that, there's a layer that would have floor near the heart, right?
Well, you can actually see the image that we're looking at. The staircase keeps going around and around and around and spiraling upwards, and there looks like spots where you with your reach you'd be able to hit it.
Okay. Can we see what's on the top area? Is there anything? Is it filled with spikes, or do we have to get
do that with
first?
clairvoyance.
You've already had a look at that space with clairvoyance as well.
Yeah.
If there's another question you had about it that we can test your memory.
Are there already dudes there?
The spell lasts for... Actually, how long does the spell last for?
Forever.
As long as you need it, baby. Zabadoo-dwa.
It lasts for 10 minutes, and it's concentration. I don't think I've let go of the concentration.
But you've also been going for a lot longer than 10 minutes because you did this at the base of the spire before you started climbing, and then after you realized that this thing was going to knock you off every 6 seconds, you started crawling. So it's been more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay, actually, at this point, while you guys are considering things, can you give me another round of dex saves?
Aren't we?
Unless you're planning to be crawling.
Yeah, I figure I probably am at this point.
No,
unless we're fighting, there's no point to not be crawling.
Okay, that's fine if you just decided to be crawling. That is all good. You don't need to be doing that.
I'm not crawling.
No?
But you're attached to the side, aren't you?
Nah.
I would like to also not be crawling.
I've decided to not be a pussy about this.
Ulrich is just going dex is not really my jam, so...
Yeah, I unless we get attacked by more brooms, I don't see the reason to not just crawl up there. Like,
Okay.
And
So there's only brooms you'll stand for, alright? Noted.
13.
well, okay,
I
unless
got,
we get attacked by anything.
I got a 13.
13, you're good.
I got a 19, including the aura.
Okay. You guys are sort of looking around and sort of looking at potential ways of striking this. If you can each give me a perception check, please.
20.
20.
11.
17.
Okay, I'll go from lowest upwards. So everything that you hear before I get to you, you also know everything beforehand, essentially. So Mitch, Narlag, you're looking up there and you can see that crystal heart, and every now and then it sort of pulses with light, and you feel it sort of shudder through the tower, and you manage to hold your footing. As I pointed out before, you can sort of see where the grey stone starts to give way to more of a red stone hue, and further up it starts to look less like stone, more sort of slick. Ulrich was second on the list, wasn't he? He got a 17. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Ulrich, beyond that, you see everything described for Narlag. But what you also notice is bolted to the walls up on the next couple of levels are a whole series of like ornate weapons. So there's like halberds and swords and pikes and so forth are all sort of like ceremoniously placed around each of these levels.
Okay.
Wick, you're looking at this and see all of the previous. You also notice that the heart doesn't seem to be attached to anything. It seems to be floating on its own on its own levitation in free space towards the top of the spire.
Magic.
It is magic. And
It's
as you're
probably magic.
And what did you get total, sorry? It was 20.
20.
While you're sort of looking and staring at it, and it sort of pulses again with another shudder, and you see just like the finest, like you just see like this finest like spark of like brighter light come through what looks like a crack forming along one side
Of the heart.
of the heart.
Interesting.
How many weapons?
From what you can see from your vantage point, probably about half a dozen to 7 or 8 that you can see.
And they're
from
like
your
right
point.
near.
They're basically just like spaced evenly around along the staircase.
How long until we get to them?
Another level or so.
If I may, we just... This is in character. We just fought one... what should have been an inanimate object that was clearly very adamant.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like those may be like Mr. Broom here and want to sweep us, but halberd style.
I think
What are you talking
we
about?
should. Sorry.
Listen, pay attention now, lad. There's weapons up there.
Oh, I didn't see them. You gotta tell me.
He didn't.
Classic Narlag.
I'm not the most observant man in the world. I'm not even a man.
Certainly preoccupied with other matters at some time. Sorry.
Seeing as no one really had any objections to me blasting
When did Danforth Abernathy join us?
seeing as
Boy, I said boy! Sorry.
seeing as no one really had any objections to me actually blasting it, aside from Ulrich maybe wanted to hitting it up close.
I kind of feel like. I mean, it's a huge giant heart. There's got to be protections on it.
Well, let's see. Hey, shoot it. Shoot it now.
Can we maybe wait till we get closer?
Either of you that, or any of you that are not currently sort of braced or heightened or anything like that, please give me a fresh dex save.
Yeah, I'm
As the heart
braced, yeah.
thumps again.
I would rather not attack this thing until we're all in a position where we can actually attack it.
24.
22.
24.
And it is too late because I have already rolled the dice, and that was a 17 to hit.
It's like, fuck you.
There was. I'm only firing a single blaster.
I like the idea of, in this
Only
moment, Ulrich being like, maybe we should exercise caution. Oh!
That hits.
And that is 5 damage.
5 damage. I'm just going to have to write this down because I don't have a damage tracker for this.
Does it explode? Does it pop like a horrific balloon?
No, but we probably will.
No.
So say the paladin of war.
You're such a pussy.
It's like, do we die now? Is this the bit where we all explode?
Look, he's not a guardsman in 40k.
You had a bit of like a Marvin the android from Hitchhiker's Guide then.
Brain the size of a planet. You got me opening a door. Okay. You shoot at the crystal heart. That was an Eldritch Blast, was it not?
Just one?
Just the one to see if it got deflected or something.
It hits. And you hear sort of the sound of like tinkling as these little fragments of crystal just sort of like fall down the void space down the tower and go shivering past you, and you can see as they fall past you, just like the light sort of fading out of them as they drop further and further down.
Anything else?
You also hear the sound of metal on stone, and the sounds of like cling, cling, as the Ulrich's got that face going at the moment. It was like, I knew this was coming. The various halberds, pikes, hammers, all these various weapons pull themselves free from the wall and start heading towards you three. They are not taking the stairs.
That's Fantasia. That's what
I got that.
I was doing just then.
That would have made more sense with the broom.
Shut up!
But yeah, they are detaching from the wall and flying towards you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look. The thing that we thought was going to happen happened.
Thought was going to happen, or read in the book was going to happen? I'm onto you. I'm onto your games.
Initiative rolls, please.
What if I don't want to roll initiative?
You don't have to fight.
We can talk about this.
19.
Is that a grand total of 3 there, Ulrich? Since you're just giving me the sad trombone look.
How many in
That's
total
the
are
one.
there?
You can see 10 moving towards you currently.
I got 23.
23. That's got a 3 in it too.
And a 2.
And a 2.
The order of magnitude sort of thing going on, which makes it all a lot better.
I got 19.
Wick,
Hi.
you're up.
I'm going to retrieve from my kit the cluster bomb arrow that I got restocked from Senior Blinsky.
Yep.
Load it into my crossbow.
Yep.
And I'm going to take very, very careful aim at the crack that I saw in the heart.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot an arrow, twain it.
So which shot was this, sorry? It was the...
The one that's bombs. I got one that's like bombs.
Yep.
Like, does that... Okay, sorry. the dynamics of. I mean, it might just be fine doing it as like just a silvered one. Probably, I'll just do a silvered one. I figure I'm trying to go for a very precision hit, and it makes sense that the bombs one would spread and not really. So I want to hit the
because you had the scatter one, which was like a cone attack, but it was noisy as all hell, but it did damage across. It was them dodging rather than you hitting.
I'll save that. No, I'll just twist the silver dial, and I will take very careful aim at the crack that I saw in the heart.
Yep.
And I want to try and hit exactly the crack that I saw.
Okay. What I'll do is you're taking aim.
Yep.
So it's going to have two. The heart will have two AC values. If you hit the higher one, you hit the crack. Otherwise, if you hit just the regular heart, you hit the regular.
What can go wrong?
So let's go with what can go wrong. So
that's a good way of doing it. That's very clever. Thinking on your feet, Ryan. I like it.
There you
go. So that is a shot with the Devilbane Stinger. Ooh.
How many rounds until the weapons get to us?
That'll be on you in next round.
I got a 19.
A 19. All right, so you see this sort of hit the heart, and just
I turn off my targeting computer, and an old man's
you didn't
voice.
say that. Had you said that, you started using the force. Well, this would be just a no-brainer. You'd be straight in there. It was like, but you didn't do that thing. No, so you see your silver crossbow bolt sort of lodge into the crystal just a little bit to the side of the crack,
but
very, very close to the point where like you can actually see like little spider web style cracks leading from where your crossbow bolt hit and start spreading towards that larger crack where you can see the light coming through.
Okay,
you can see that. Can you roll your damage, please?
Yes. Boom. 8. And I will say to Mr. Narlag, say for whatever it actually was, I'll be like, see where I hit that heart just then? Aim for like just to the left of it. Or right, whatever. Right, just to the right of it.
Alright, do you want me to aim at the heart or at the weapons?
There's a crack in the heart, just to the right of where I hit it there. Try and blow it up with your magic.
Alright.
Okay.
And I prepare to get, I don't know, shish kebab by halberds.
You see one that looks... so the various flying weapons, it is their turn now, because they rolled a good initiative.
Better than 3?
Definitely better than 3.
Because 3's a bad initiative.
It was slightly worse than 23, though, so...
Because 23 is a good initiative. Some might even say the best. Some people are saying, I don't know, some people are saying it's the best initiative.
Yeah. And there's good initiatives on both sides.
Oh, don't you do that. You're looking through this series of weapons, and one of them looks like a large, it looks like a...
But
I'm gonna blank on the name. Roman spear, which is like half metal, half wooden shaft.
Pillion.
Yeah,
it's a pillion.
Yep. A pillion. It was flying down sort of like in like just like a salute spear stance, and just in midair it turns and then just pelts at a fast pace towards. Let's see.
Narlag.
Actually, Narlag.
Suck it, Narlag.
Is your AC greater than 22?
Probably
mine
not.
is. Just, you can borrow my AC for attack. That'd be nice.
Does that work? Do you have a thing that lets you do that?
No.
Not really, no.
Alright, well.
Okay, Narlag, take 6 points of damage, and you have a metal-tipped spear stuck in your side currently.
Stuck in me.
Stuck in you. Oh. And it would have been interesting if had it gone for Ulrich, because it would have ignored his shield. Because that's what those weapons are made for.
That's how they do.
That's how they are made.
It has the chain ability from War Machine.
This is more like armor piercing. Just go straight through the shield and
that's cool.
And into the person hanging onto the shield.
That's pretty cool.
Does it do if it's a magic shield though?
It's a magic weapon.
That's true.
Checkmate.
Checkmate,
okay.
atheists.
The rest of the weapons are basically making their way down towards you guys and will be on you next round. They've basically halved the distance between you and will be on you.
Is
Nalag.
Oh,
sorry,
no,
Ulrich?
I'll wait for I'll wait for my turn.
Good call. Nalag.
What are you going to, Nalag?
How are you going to unfuck this?
I'm going to unfuck this by casting Hex on the thing that's stuck in me, and then hitting it with an Eldritch Blast. AKA, well, like as many Eldritch Blasts as necessary.
Is Eldritch Blast a ranged attack?
It is.
You'll have disadvantage.
Because it's in melee range.
This is true.
You're kind of like...
I forgot, I get to attack it.
And don't miss, because you'll shoot yourself in the dick.
Right in the dick.
Right in the dick.
Right?
I got
In the
24 to
dick.
attack it
That
because
hits.
of my reflex action.
Hey, you're lucky.
This is
he didn't get
this is
you
going to
in
be
the dick.
great. This is going to be great, because this thing's stuck in Dialog currently. So definitely hitting the spear is going to be a great plan.
Yeah, this is like smart and not dumb.
You've got to get smart.
Could you please roll your damage?
I got 12 damage.
Okay. Nalag,
Is that,
you
is
take
that
6
plus
of
the
that.
D8? How?
Because it also takes 6.
Hey, maybe pull it out.
Maybe don't hit a spear that's inside someone.
I mean, I can do one thing with my reaction, and that's attack. So I'm
I
going to
would
do
rather
that one
hit
thing.
it than not.
Yeah, like, I'm going to hit it.
Okay.
If my reaction was to pull out spear, I would do that.
Nalag, your turn now with your extra 6 points of damage and your spear in you.
Alrighty.
Maybe pull it out. Hey, I'm not a doctor, but maybe pull it out.
Hey, neither am I, but like...
You do have proficiency in medicine.
I do have
now,
proficiency in medicine now.
and that's honestly more than most doctors of the year had.
As your doctor, I advise you to pull it out.
Specifically his doctor, because that's where you got your...
So will it take my action to pull it out?
You know what? Roll me a medicine check. This is not part of your action. This is you assessing the situation to see whether pulling it out is going to take an action or not.
That is a 12.
At 12. Okay. You have 2 options. You can extract this carefully, and that will be your action for this round. Or you can yank the fucker out. And that will be a bonus action.
I like that one. I like the bonus action one.
I'm
This
going
is
to
your
leave.
choice.
I'm going to leave it in for the moment.
yeah. So you're not doing what any of us...
Do I have?
You know what?
Do I have-
two options were there, and you took the third. I appreciate
Do I-
your gumption and your moxie.
Do I have disadvantage on Eldritch Blast on the other weapons?
No,
All
because they're
right.
not in melee range currently.
Hex and Eldritch Blast, one of them at the moment, and then we'll see.
You have
what happens.
disadvantage to having you do have disadvantage to not having a spear inside you, but yeah, okay.
That's something else. That's whatever.
It's a big whatever.
So, like, whatever looks like it's going to hit me the hardest, that's not currently inside me.
I'm glad you put that that modifier in there, because I was going to say that this one's probably hitting you the hardest currently.
So that is a 19.
That hits. And for the record, you picked out what looks like a pretty gnarly looking warhammer.
For the Emperor.
40k.
Not that sort of motherfuckers.
And it's eight damage.
It's like
Warhammer's an actual weapon, you
It's
turds.
like a floating like space marine coming down. I get it.
21.
I get it.
21
Those things have corners.
21 on the second blast. They also have corn.
Was that 21 to hit, was it?
Yep.
Okay.
And the second hit did 12 damage in total.
And what was the damage on the first one, sorry?
Fuck, I forgot.
Can't you see
you
it?
wanna-
Can't you see your history in your side thing?
It doesn't. No. After 3, it goes away. Do you want me to roll it again?
Please.
Okay.
You're in such a
9
rush.
damage.
You should savor
Sorry?
these moments.
That was a 9.
A 9 plus 12 is a 21.
Just enjoy every
Still
attack.
alive?
You can see, like, chunks taken out of the hammerhead, but it is still moving towards you guys in a sense of control, rather than just falling.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Alright, so that is 3, a 1, a 7, and a 6.
Wait, what?
17 damage total.
Why'd you roll it 4 times?
Because there's 2d10s and 2d6s, because I've got Hex on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I
Okay.
didn't realize you had Hex.
This thing here with the final hit, the head of it just shatters into small like stone fragments, and the shaft basically falls end over end, and you hear it sort of clacking off the
Wilhelm scream.
staircase down.
No? No, Will.
Sure. No, Wilhelm. Wilhelm.
Whatever.
Now, you had Hex up, right? Mm-hmm. It takes a bonus action to shift that across, does it not?
It takes bonus action, and I've already used my bonus action to cast it, so I have to wait for my next turn.
Okay.
Did that come across at all?
What's that?
I just played the Wilhelm scream, but I don't think it.
I didn't hit.
Yeah, I need to play it really loud, and I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure if it's playing from your computer, the Zoom will filter it out anyway.
Yeah. Ulrich.
Okay,
Actually, no. Before Ulrich, anyone that is currently fighting in an upright position, please give me a dex save.
Well, I haven't
Before
even had
Ulrich
time
gets
to,
up.
Yeah, I haven't had time to even stand up. So
Oh, I can't put my leg like that. Damn it, it starts to cramp again. That's awful.
I got a 14.
15.
Alright, you're golden. Now, Ulrich, it's your turn.
okay, so these things are flying towards us, right?
Yaha.
In a line.
Well, not a straight line, not a perfect fucking conga line. They've all detached from various points around a tower, so they are.
Within a 5-foot line.
You can get a chunk of them if you're doing for your breath weapon. You can get a couple of them. Probably, let's say 3 to 4, depending what angle you want to take.
Do it.
And then you said there was 10 of them, so there's 9
Or
now.
9 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and 8 that are still trying to travel.
You probably
down.
don't want to hit the one that's in Narlag with lightning. Oh, maybe you
that
do.
Do you?
Maybe you
I mean,
do. History
unless-
seems to indicate that you're cool with it.
Unless that's in line with the others. Yeah.
Could be if you take like a real fucking low down angle at it, like lay down right next
Just
to
grab
Narlag.
Narlag, throw him in amongst the weapons, and you get them all.
Good idea.
There's no bad
I can-
ideas in brainstorming.
So you're saying there's only about 3 that I could get with my
You
weapon?
could get about half of them in a single blast. If you wanted to try and get the how long is the range of your breath weapon?
30 foot.
Cool, no worries. At max you'll get 4 of them.
It's also lightning and they're metal. Definitely think about this for a long time.
Screw it. I'm gonna do it.
Hell yeah. Fucking dragon breath. Like a motherfucker.
Dragon
They
Man
have to make saves, I believe, right?
does whatever. a dragon
They have to make a Dex 14 or 14 Dex save. Or whatever you want to call it.
How could they possibly make a Dex 14 save, Ryan? That's impossible.
I think they still take half if they make that.
I believe that's true. 2 pass, 2 fail.
Well, the 2 that fail take 20 damage. Well, it's 20. I got 20. So,
Fuck!
That's good
yeah, see,
damage.
when we leveled up, I got that leveled up as well, so it's now 4d6.
That's cool.
That's baller.
And I rolled pretty well.
You rolled dragon.
Certainly did. Yeah. You actually rolled dragon.
You rolled dragon.
Yeah.
You rolled to dragon. And then they all took dragon.
Yes.
Man,
You've been watching the first part of Minion Quest, I could tell. And Goblin.
Goblin.
So basically, I stand up, and as I stand up, I just yell lightning at them.
do you have to stand up to do that?
Well, like, it's like
You're really going to get the lungs involved.
Yeah,
You've got
like,
really,
it's like a-
really activate the
gotta
diaphragm.
project
Sort of one. This is
from-
not. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like you hear everybody criticizing Anne Hathaway's performance in Les Mis because she's sitting down while she's singing, and you really can't engage your diaphragm while you're sitting down, and it's a thing.
So yeah, as I stand up, I breathe in, and then stand up properly, and then just scream lightning at them.
You also need to plant your feet very securely. It's a
Yeah.
there's a confluence thing going on. It's very technical dragon stuff.
Basically, you've gone and like stood there.
stuff.
You like lines of like lightning start like sparking down the basically along the outer edge of your spine, and then feeding up from like your core up to the back of your neck, and then you disgorge this lightning breath up the tower. And the best description I can say is you Godzilla the fuck out of this. That's the image I've got, is you basically, the head back, lightning breath going straight upwards, and a lightning breath the fuck out of a bunch of flying weapons coming at you.
You know what's cool?
You Godzilla'd.
You know what's really cool? Godzilla.
Godzilla's
Probably the coolest.
And look, he's made of a rubber suit, so lightning's not going to fuck him up.
Good point. These are all good points.
All right.
Did they
They're not looking great. Wick,
Hi.
it is yours.
So, in a positioning sense, is there a spot I could get to where I could catch multiple weapons in some kind of cone, some kind of crossbow cone?
Honestly, with your cone attack, you could pretty much get most of all of them, bar
The one in Narlag.
the one in Narlag.
In that case,
You can cap you.
I actually get the explosive scatter arrow. I load it into the crossbow, and I like cock it into my shoulder, and I'm like, "Say hello to my little friend."
Sorry, just one thing. We're less than 30 feet away from the heart now, right?
No, you're further than 30 feet.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's why I was asking how far your
Yeah.
your breath
Because
attack was.
I just realized if I was facing up and attacking these things, that would have gotten the
Yeah.
heart as well. But if we're
Oh yeah, believe me, that's exactly why I asked. Because if you're within range, I would ask whether you want to do the heart as one of your things, because that would change the number of weapons you'd get.
The way we did this before is I just roll one attack against all of them. Is that how that works?
It's an area attack, so they roll a save instead.
What's the save against?
The area attack?
What? Actually, no. Yeah, you roll an attack to set the DC of the attack.
Oh, cool. So just a regular attack with my thingy?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 1, Ryan. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
A critical failed with a bomb, Ryan.
So plus what's your normal plus on that weapon?
That's a 9. So it's 10.
There's a 9 total.
So it's 10 all up. But I critical failed with a bomb. Fucking do it. Don't be a pussy, Ryan. No? Okay. Well, alright. Fine. I got a look.
Just
I
let me-
got a look.
Okay.
I got a look at that. That's
And-
whatever. A critical fail with a bomb. I don't know what that means.
If I remember
These are
right,
loose
we're doing
fingers.
half let's
You don't
see
play-
what
you don't-
happens with the damage.
You don't play with fireworks.
That's how I lost these fingers. No. Roll damage, and the ones that passed take half damage.
Okay. So this that. It's just regular damage. Yeah. It's
Yep.
9.
9 points. Not the one in Narlag.
Not the one in you.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of how that works.
What's that?
If he's like how it's described in combat, like the explosion actually going off.
It's essentially it's basically like a.
I sort of picture it a
it's-
bit like Detritus's siege crossbow thing, where it's a bunch of arrows bundled together, and it's sort of like as it fires, it sort of scatters them all out in different directions.
Oh, but like I mean, like,
Basically, yeah.
how the one works, not how the
Yeah, that's just where Ryan's going.
I imagine it goes
now.
into my dick.
You
Okay.
aim it a bit lower than it realistically should be.
He was firing from the hip, but he decided to be classy and do like a trick shot between his legs. And he just took his nuts off. No. The kickback on this attack is significant. You get slammed backwards into the wall. And if you can roll me a dex save with disadvantage.
Oh no. Tick. No wait, that's a strike. Hold on, I was rolling the wrong thing. Hey, Ryan.
Is it a 1
No,
again?
I rolled 2 20s. I rolled 2 20s. I can show you the screenshot right now.
I'm good. Best part is he's not actually having problems with his bandwidth right now.
So your last roll was a 1, and then your next 2 rolls were 20s.
Yep.
Nice.
Actually, there were
The
2
dice
rolls
gods
in the middle
forgiving
there because I accidentally hit the strength check button twice, and those were wrong. But then I rolled the dex save twice, and I got 2 20s. So it's full disclosure.
So rather than like a bell curve on probability with dice, you're more looking like sort of a bowl, where the 2 high points are the 1s and 20s.
yeah.
But okay, you get like slammed backwards and slam your back into the wall, and you're slightly sort of winded and sort of drop your crossbow down to your side a little bit. You still manage to keep your hand on it, but at this point here, essentially anything attacking you is going to have an advantage for this round. You are somewhat dazed from the attack, but you manage to keep your footing and not fall off this
Hell
place.
yes.
Oh wow. This is all the screenshot. Okay. Weapons time. The one in Narlag. Basically just
Rattles around.
Stirs?
yeah, pretty much. It's like a swizzle stick for a cocktail. Just like it's stirring you up like a good vodka martini, where it should be stirred. James Bond is a fucking monster.
You ever scrambled some eggs? It's like that.
It's like that, except they're your eggs, and by eggs I mean internal.
You are the
organs.
eggs. You are the eggs.
I am the egg
You are
man.
the eggs.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
All right. Roll the right dice. Where are you, dice? Oh, I wish I had the digital dice. Mitch. They scramble your eggs. That's 9 points of damage.
Ow.
Ow. Oh, I forgot to say, that attack of Ross's, 2 of the ones that were heavily damaged from Ulrich's Godzilla breath, basically shatter into small pieces and start and fall basically down the shaft.
So how many's left?
Good.
We got the one inside you. 3 have been destroyed, so there is 4. Okay, is that right?
That would be 6 left.
6 left.
Shut up.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
So who did... Wait, so...
I forgot to mention that your shot actually did destroy a couple as well.
How do you like that? Huh?
I like it, but Mitch's internal organs didn't like the 9 points of damage of being
That
swizzled.
reminds me, I need to roll a
But...
Constitution saving throw.
I also got a reaction. I get a reaction against the attack on Mitch.
Yeah, do it.
Not like this.
Um,
Not like this.
My con save was 24 on
Not like this.
concentration.
What are you concentrating
Spells.
on?
Hex.
Which spell?
Hex.
Right, yeah. What was your hit roll?
my to hit roll was 18.
Okay.
And I got 15 damage.
So being I take half.
Okay. Yeah, you take 7. And it takes 7. How you doing, Nala?
On a scale of 0 to 79, I'm at about 51.
It's good to know.
Narlag's not an untough boy.
He is a perfect 5 out of 7. Okay. What you see is you see a longsword coming towards Ulrich. You have a halberd heading towards Wick. You see like a
Feather duster.
pike.
Oh.
Basically the 6 that are there. That
Some
you're getting
nunchucks.
you're getting 2 each. Narlag already has 1, I believe.
Is it not dead yet?
No.
Bugger.
Like, every time it gets hit, like, half the damage is being transferred to you because...
Oh, I thought
like,
it was still receiving it. It was just giving me the extra damage. Fuck.
It's a good one.
It's like reverberation. It's a whole bad plan. Yeah, so you are getting 2 each, and that's on top of the one that you've already got. Now, like, so you're getting a 3rd.
Yay.
And as far as it goes now, the descriptions of the
Wait,
various
there was 6 left, and
coming at you guys, and then the one
okay.
in Narlag.
So there were
Yeah.
7 all up.
Yep. Okay, so I'll do the 2 versus Wick.
Wait, no, because you said Ross took out 3.
No, I took out 2. Mitch took
2.
out 1 earlier.
Oh, okay, sorry, okay, yeah.
What was your AC, Wick?
17!
Okay, 1 hits and does a grand 2 damage.
Did the other one hit?
No, it missed.
I'm going to use my reaction to halve that damage.
On Ulrich, I've got a
took
20...
1 damage.
What is it? 23?
My standard... Yep, that hits, because my standard AC is 23.
That is 6 points of damage. And 2 on Narlag. 1's a natural 1.
Woo!
And the other one is a 13.
That does not
I think
hit.
misses. The natural 1, it's again like a rapier. It goes to sort of slash. Sorry, it's not a rapier. It's like a cutlass. It goes to slash at you, misses, and does damage to its nearest neighbor.
The pillion.
Hopefully that's not the one in my leg.
Thankfully not. And it's also not your leg. Okay, Narlag.
We established it's totally in your dick.
Don't shoot a guy in
Don't
the
shoot
dick.
a guy in the dick.
Right.
I have a suggestion.
What?
Kill shit.
Get the fucking spear out of here.
Did we skip my turn?
No, you did the...
No, you did the big explodey shot.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's just been a long time. Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because...
So much has happened since then.
I would like to use my action to actually take that thing out of me.
Yep.
And then I would like to quicken spell and hit... can I hit one of the more damaged ones without disadvantage?
You could try and fire one of the ones that's not in your melee range.
Is that one of the ones that looks a bit more damaged?
It's you could hit one of the ones on Wick or Ulrich that would look heavily damaged.
I'll go for the ones on Wick.
Yep. The one that looks more damaged on Wick.
Yep.
Yeah, don't bother going for the ones against me.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yep.
That is a 6 for damage.
And what was the spell?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Did you
Okay,
do
so-
something with your hex? Or it's...
I can. A Hex is a bonus action, and I'm using bonus action to cast Eldritch Blast. I'm quickening spell.
Alright.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Okay. This Eldritch Blast hits the pike on Wick and shatters the shaft in half, and this thing crumbles to the ground.
Yay! I've solved one of your pike puzzles.
Do you get all three, or you just get the one
I
shot?
get to choose which ones go to which one. So that's why I'm doing that roll thing now.
Yep.
So that is a unnatural 20, so 12 plus 8.
So this is what, firing on the other one on Wick, or the heavily damaged one on Ulrich?
Firing on the other one on Wick.
Okay, yep.
7 damage,
Yep,
and it's still alive.
it is.
Cool. Third blast on it, that's a 22, and 5 damage.
Cool. It is still kicking. Everyone that was currently fighting and not holding on or crawling or anything like that can give me a dex save, please.
Am I against the wall? Is that a thing?
You are against the
But
wall.
that's not a thing? Doesn't really matter, it'll be fine.
For the purposes of the heartbeat, no, it's not enough.
I got a 13.
13.
I got 17.
Yep,
13 as well.
13 as well. All right, you're all golden. Ulrich. It's not the highest DC, but if you fail, it's going to suck.
You say that.
I attack the weapon with my weapon.
Descriptive. All right.
Yo, dog.
I got... Huh. The dice is cop.
I mean, the number you're going to get at the bottom will be fine.
Yeah, I know, but the dice on the thing was cop. Okay, I got to 16.
I have noticed they sometimes land weird.
Misses.
Okay. Then I do it again. I got to 16 again, so nah.
Misses. The mighty paladin needs to hit things to be able to be effective. All right,
That's my turn.
Wick.
Hi.
You have one weapon on you. There are 2 weapons on Ulrich. There are 3 weapons on Narlag.
Because Narlag was so nice to shoot the one that was attacking me before, I will duck underneath the one that is attacking me, and I will hit one of the ones what is attacking him.
Yep. You've got the spear that was in him, or a couple other weapons.
I'm not going to hit
Your
the one
call.
that was in him.
That was in him. It's no longer. He has extracted it.
No. I'm going to hit the one that looks the most intact.
Okay.
with my melee weapon.
Oh, you get sneak attack with this as well, don't you?
Oh,
Certainly does.
if I hit, which I don't think I will. Unless is no, I'm not a hidden attacker. That's sweet. I got an 11, so I miss.
No, you miss. Okay.
That's all I can do.
Alrighty.
I tried to
weapons
help,
times.
Mitch. I tried to help you.
You did. Alright, the two that are on Mitch. Oh, sorry, the two ones that are not the spear on Mitch. What was your AC again, sorry?
15.
15. Both hit.
Yay.
How'd you? 17 points of damage.
Is that total or just from the one?
Total from both attacks.
I got 19 to hit one of them.
Okay.
Do any of them embed themselves again? Okay.
No.
The less damaged one, I guess? I
Sure.
don't know. Yeah.
Yep.
I got... plus 4, so 11 damage.
Alright. So the two that are on Ulrich are going to attack him. Both are going to miss. The one that's still on Wick is going to miss him as well.
Yeah.
The
fucking spear.
The
The
spear
motherfucking
is going
Fucking
to,
spear.
the spear is going to basically surge itself towards Ulrich.
I figured it would.
Is there, like, because I'm holding it, is there anything that I do that tries to stop that from happening, or...
Well, you pulled it out. I'm assuming then the Eldritch Blast involves some hand movement, so I'm assuming you're not hanging onto the thing still.
I mean, you cast Eldritch Blast with one hand.
I don't believe you're a Warcaster, though. Your AC is 23, isn't it? Including the shield, or not including the shield?
It's 23 with the shield, 21 without.
Cool, the 22 hits then. 'Cause that was the difference. Okay, you take 4 points of damage, and your shield is currently not available while that thing is in it.
You mean the
spear?
shield that acts on its own?
Yes, but it is currently unavailable because it is pinned in place by another.
The shield is pinned in place. Okay, not me.
Not you.
Oi! Get away from there, you spear.
Oi, fucko! Stop that.
I don't think your
All right.
I don't think your magic shield counts as another character for you to make an attack against as well.
Well, I've already used my
I
reaction.
know,
this
but
turn
just
anyway.
saying, it was funny. It was funny in a moment.
Wait, so I
Melee.
took damage that turn?
You took
yes.
4 damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's the whole thing about those. They pierce through the shield, disabling the shield, and still damage the person behind them because they're a long, skinny bit of metal that pokes through shield.
And now you got a hole in your
I
shield.
love those. They got a little hole in your shield and a spear that's weighing down the front of the shield, making it less
It's not
usable.
going to hold water anymore.
It's a really fucking.
Well, it's a magical shield, so...
Don't worry,
how
Narlag will
that
fix
works,
it.
but
Narlag
yeah.
will fix it.
It's a magical spear.
True.
Nalag.
Narlag can repair
Yours.
1,000-year-old doors.
That's
You-
a weirdly
you did actually
specific
do that
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Nalag. Yours.
Eldritch Blast on Wick. Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was out of line.
Actually, how healthy is the one that's attacking?
It ain't like that,
What are you
man.
talking about?
How healthy is the one that's attacking Wick looking right now?
Like a butt?
Yeah, it's damaged, but
Alright.
it's got fighting force in
I
it.
transfer the hex to it, and I hit that with an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
There's a 23,
Yep.
7 damage, and 6. So 13 all up for the first hit.
Yep.
Second blast. That's 20. 12 plus 8.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
5 damage total.
5 damage. Okay. This second attack shatters the weapon, freeing Wick up, and
Never mind.
you have your third shot of battle.
Goes to the spear.
The spear. Fuck that guy.
Motherfucking spear.
And that is 7 damage total.
7 damage total. And your major nemesis, the bane of your existence, crumbles to pieces, leaving just a shard of metal sticking out of Ulrich's shield.
I solved your spear puzzle. And
Alright.
whatever was attacking Wick, but that's whatever.
Everyone can give me dex saves, please, because the heart beats.
15.
Ooh.
21.
10.
Ooh, Nalag, that was so close.
What?
That was so very, very
I just
close.
have to hit a 10. Oof.
You had to hit a 10. You nearly took a little...
A bit of a tumble.
real long...
Bye!
Alright, Ulrich.
I hate you all!
So there's 2 left on me, and then
2 left on Narlag.
And two left on Nalag.
Okay.
Actually, try and hit one, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I get to 16 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Well,
That's the third 16 you've rolled to hit these
but
things.
I got 17 this time.
That's exactly what you need to hit.
Cool. So I get.
Which one were you attacking, by the way? One of the ones on you, or...?
Yeah, one of the ones on me.
Yeah. Yep, no worries.
I got to 12 damage.
Easily cleaning up one of the ones on you.
Cool.
I'm assuming striking... Oh, sorry, you missed on the first one, yeah. Alright. You are now free and...
I'm gonna hit a weapon that is attacking my good friend Narlag with a melee attack from my rapier.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. 14?
Why is Narg the only competent person here?
14?
14 misses.
That's it. That's
about it. Alright.
Hey, I'm a
One
rogue.
Ulrich.
I get 1 attack. And
Yep.
that's it.
Now that your shield's operational again, Ulrich, that misses. The 2 on Narlag. 1 hits.
Yay.
For a grand total of 2 damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I got 20 on my roll to attack it.
Yep.
And I got 10 plus 3, so 13 damage.
Destroying that one as well. There is now 1 on each of you. Narlag.
Going to attack the one on Ulrich with
Yep.
Eldritch Blast and Hex, because I can transfer it this down.
Yay.
19 to hit. That is 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 from the Eldritch Blast and a 6 from the Hex. Sorry, a 1 from the Hex.
Okay. Not the greatest roll.
13 on the second Eldritch Blast.
To hit.
Yeah.
That misses.
At this point, Wick, I would almost say you may as well just go after the heart.
You're not my supervisor.
I'm
And-
not.
17 on the third one.
Hits.
So that is 11 damage.
Destroying that one.
Yay!
Leaving 1
What is
on
it?
you.
Yeah.
What sort of weapon?
The broom.
Like one of the like a trident sort of setup. It's a like a
Another spear!
It's like a triple spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 ways to get up inside you.
It's nearly a fork.
Eels up inside you. Alright. Everyone that's fighting, please give me a dex save.
What if we're only sort of...
Tell me if it's less than 10.
What if we're only sort of technically fighting?
What if it's exactly 10?
Then we pass.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good. I've got like a +9 on my deck save, and with the +3 from what's his face, I don't think I can fail this.
What'd you roll?
Mitchell.
I got 12. Plus
12. Alright. Ulrich.
I attack the thing.
You sure do.
It's a trident!
I'm just going to roll both my attacks, because why not?
16 and 16.
Yeah, they miss. I got 10 and 12.
Oh boy. What is going on?
Which, I've got a +7, so, like, 3 and 5 is not great.
Physical meat space dice, or are you using the roller? Because the roller is
using the
hacks.
roller.
We just...
I'm using the roller.
Okay.
It's fuck.
It's hacks.
It's not
We
for
figured
me.
this out. It's bullshit. It's...
Actually, wait a minute. This would be JavaScript. I could just change to JavaScript.
Don't do that though. Don't cheat the thing.
Wait, what?
I would never do that.
Wick, it is yours. Save your ineffectual paladin friend.
Isn't it...
I mean, to be fair, everything that's not attacked me, I've, like, hit first shot and killed.
Look at me, I'm a big fancy paladin. That's the one that's attacking Narlag, right?
It's the one that's attacking Narlag, yeah. But Narlag's fine. He'll just sort of shift his organs around. Everything will be
guess
alright.
Guess what I got?
You got a 1?
It's a
Was it a
16.
1? Oh. Jeez, you guys are real bad at this. Well, I guess the large fork is going to try and stab itself at Narlag. Does an 18 work for you?
It doesn't work for me. It definitely works for it.
It works for me
Alright.
as well, because that's what I got to attack it.
8 points of damage.
And it takes...
Did you hit?
Yeah, I got 18.
Oh,
On a scale
Yeah.
of 0 to 79, I'm now at 24.
It's a good thing we don't have to fight like a boss monster after
I have
this.
taken 55 points of damage this entire fight.
from animated cutlery, you are dying to Lumiere and Cogsworth.
It takes 11 damage.
11 damage. Alright, noted.
Be
You
our
guys suck.
guest.
No,
You don't want to get sued by Disney.
the mouse will sue us.
Beware the House of Mouse.
Alright. Narlag. Fix
Is it
it.
still alive?
It is.
Fuck.
I feel like only
Hit it
barely,
with a
though.
fucking stick. Do something to make it less inside you.
Pretty
Wait,
sure
is
it's
it stuck
nearly
inside
dead.
me now? Okay. How damaged is it looking?
Very.
I hit it with a single Eldritch Blast, and I transfer Hex up onto the heart.
Ooh. Alright. So disadvantage because it's in melee range.
But you got like 6 tries at this.
This is true. So
No, it's just 3 really bad tries at this.
I rolled a 22 and a 21 to hit.
That'll do.
That one hits.
9 damage.
And this, our final piece of cutlery, the fine silverware that has been
It's a
attacking
weapon.
you.
Shut up.
It's a fork. This is a glorified shrimp fork. It shatters like the two outer prongs that snap away, basically just leaving what looks a little bit like a spear, which then just falls clanking down the
Don't
down
say the S word, right?
the tower. You have 2 shots remaining and a hexed heart.
So that was a 10 and a 24 to hit.
Are you trying to hit the thing that I said? You're not paying attention to the thing I told you before?
I'm not paying attention to it. I've been attacked quite a lot, and I just want to kill this fucking thing. I'm not really caring which part of it I hit.
So that was a 10 and a 20 something, was it?
24, yeah.
To hit? The 24 hits.
So That is 9 damage total from. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And can everyone please give me a dex save?
Damn! I got 24. That's
I
including,
got 10
including
again.
the aura. I got a 19.
25.
Well, fuck you then.
And Ulrich, sorry?
I got 10 again.
10 again? Alright, I'm going to keep this in initiative order because now you guys are essentially attacking the
Okay.
heart. And it just keeps, it'll keep the dex save going as I go.
Shot
All right.
to the heart.
Ulrich, what is your plan?
How many rounds would it take for us to get there walking and then I guess crawling? Obviously it's going to take...
Crawling, quite a while because it's a spiral staircase
Yeah.
going slowly, but it's sort of a meandering path upwards, essentially. Running, you'll definitely take less dex have to take less dex saves, but the AC is going to be, the DC for it will be harder if you run up these stairs. If you go at your current, at a current walking pace, it's going to take you 5 rounds at least to get up there.
Jump!
First of all, I'm going to...
Summon your horse.
Cast,
And throw it at the heart!
and Narleg gets 20 hit points back.
Thank you.
That's like nearly double what you got currently.
Yeah.
Uh,
I am now 44 out of 79.
and I'm gonna then move towards it at a walking pace.
Okay. Before we start at the top of this this order,
Oh no.
we take a new look at the battlefield outside of Castle Ravenloft. The fight between Mordekainen and Strahd has been going for a little while now. They've basically been going blow for blow. It's two super heavyweights that are basically locked in and just like trading blows. And Mordekainen is looking ragged. Strahd looks untouched. Not a blemish. And he knows it. And the wry smile creeps across his face, exposing the 2 sharpened teeth that is the signature of a vampire. As he's looking at his quarry, at his foe, and lunges towards him, fangs exposed. Below this flying fight, you can see that villagers armed with Blinsky developed light arms, essentially, are taking on some of the more nasty bits and pieces that can be found in a fighting force in Barovia. Sort of lithe werewolves in their hybrid form are slashing through forces. Vampire spawn are sort of jumping from shadow to shadow and leaping out and striking at throats at various people that just yesterday were wandering through the streets of Valaki saying all will be well. The witches in the covens of Babala Saga are flinging darkened magics at whatever they can, but every now and then you hear the sounds of one of the women being torn asunder by a swarm of flying creatures. The mongrel folk of the abbot are sort of leaping rapidly through the crowds under the direction of the abbot, and as the abbot is calling out, "Yes, my children, defend the Lord of the Lands from these rebels and and violent. And we pan back into the tower that you guys are in. Before we pan into the back of the tower you're in, you see Mordekainen try and push away Strahd, with both his hands glowing with fiery power, as a large blast of fire spews forth and engulfs around Strahd, which then fades away, and the smoke clears to see Strahd still undamaged, not a blemish, not a scorch. His silken suit, not even scorched in the slightest, not even a small amount of soot.
I need some of that magic.
As we pan back into the tower where this heart beats above you, you see another crack open and widen in the crystal heart. And Wick, it's your turn in the order.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Yep.
So my walking speed is 30, so it goes up to 60. So you tell me what that means.
So it goes to 60, and then I'm assuming you're going to use your thing to dash as well. So you can basically walk. You can run like 90 feet in a turn, correct?
Is that how that works?
Well, you could run for your action, and then you got your rogue ability, right? This gives you a dash as well, or is that the monk's?
That's a good point. Hold on, I can use my bonus attack to. What's the thing that I can do?
I thought it might be rogues that disengage and hide. I think are the two ones the rogues get. I think it's the monks that can run.
Class features. No, dash, disengage, or hide. I can dash. Yeah.
You can dash. Yeah, you can go.
Well, then I do that. I get up these fucking stairs. Lickety split.
You're going to get up there a lot faster than anyone else, obviously. Narlag, what are you doing?
Shooting it 3 times with Eldritch Blast.
Do it. Roll your 3 attacks, and
that is a natural 1.
That's a miss. And we'll deal with what happens with that in a second.
And then a 19 and a 22.
Both those hit.
So that is a 3, a 2, 2, and a 2.
Don't you have any big spells?
Is that 9?
That is
9 total?
Yeah, so 6 plus 3, 9.
Don't you?
My spells are a bit more esoteric. I don't...
Okay, can you also please roll another attack roll, please?
Another?
Yes, please. This is to deal with what happens with the 1.
Oh no. That's a 17.
How much damage do I take?
Wait, what did I
17.
say? That hits.
Good news. It's 3 damage. Could have been a lot worse.
Basically, Wick has done almost like a full circuit and a half going up this staircase with the 90 foot of movement, and your shot has gone awry and basically slammed into his side as he's
Such
running
a dick.
up this thing.
I can't see him as I'm doing that, can I? Alright, well then, I can't do my thing. I have to be able to see the person attacking me to dodge.
And okay,
In answer to your thing, I do have.
are you?
I do have some damaging spells. It's just they're a bit more, weird.
Okay, Wick, since you're running, the dex save here is with disadvantage. Ulrich, you were just going normal pace, were you not?
This last turn, but this turn I'm going to be dashing.
Well, that will happen after this because of initiative order. So your dex save is at a single. Same goes for yours, Narlag.
Yep.
So the dex saves, please. And, yeah, Wix is with disadvantage.
And I'm out of the Wing Wong now, so it's 22.
Am I out?
I got to 20.
Am I out of the Wing Wong too?
No, you're still within range. Oh, wait, what's the range of the
It's
thing
only
for-
15 feet, so he would be.
Yeah, you will be out of it, yeah.
Bugger.
Or is it 10 feet?
I think it's 10.
There's no one to grab you
Not
now.
very. It's basically, if you're in about melee range for me, then you get the thing, but until...
Yeah.
Well, that is
what's your
actually
number?
at 10, but like that's scooting very close.
Okay. That is very close. Okay, Ulrich, it is your turn.
Yeah, so if I dash, how many rounds until we get to the top?
Okay, if you dash, you'll get up there in 3 rounds. Wick's going to be up there. If he does a whole dash thing again this time, he'll be up there next turn. He'll be within melee range of it after this
Wait,
next turn.
you said last turn that it was going to be 5 rounds if I went my normal pace.
If you went the slow pace, it was going to take.
Also,
5-6
I can
rounds.
dash a lot
Yeah,
faster than you
and I
can.
did that for 1 round.
Sorry.
You can't
Sorry, you
double
go.
dash like I can.
Yeah, but he just said for me it was going to take 5 rounds. I've already done 1 round at normal, so therefore there should be 4 rounds.
I'm also just trying
We're
to.
arguing
I'm trying to speed this up
semantics.
a little bit. So
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to speed this up a little bit, so
yeah.
we're not
I
all
dash.
day in this bit. Okay. Wick.
I do that thing. I keep running. I just keep running. That's a Forrest Gump
And
reference
you are-
that I did just now.
You are now in melee range
Okay.
of it.
Well, I can't do anything though.
No, you're out of actions. Narlag.
Shoot!
Shoot.
Don't try and shoot the thing that I said. Like you don't want to try and do that thing that I said.
So,
What is the
11,
melee range of this thing?
22 and 21.
What was the first one?
11.
Sorry. The first one misses. Yeah. The damage on the second two. If you're up on the same level as it, you can hit it within 5 feet.
Okay,
So,
because
at-
on that image, it looks like. Okay.
21 damage.
Yeah.
How wide do you think those stairs are?
How wide do you want them to be?
Are you talking to
Yes,
me?
I'm talking to you.
Well, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have thought you would need quite a long reach to attack it, but I don't know. 5 feet. I'm happy with 5 feet.
For the record, like you're not going to be able to see it, but you can sort of see like the slight red ring that's real close to it. That's the actual edge of another staircase. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
vaguely. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Where were we? We're at. So that was Narlag. Narlag did some damage. Every time you've been hitting this Narlag, you see like little fragments of crystal sort of shatter and fall away, and you hear them sort of tinkle their way down the hole into the base of the.
I'm
of the
picturing
tower.
as each time you're hitting it, like flash to the battlefield, and like Strahd is just like an explosion hits the heart, and he's just like. No? Okay, that's just me. Okay, cool, whatever.
I mean, like,
Okay, can all three of you give me the dex saves again? Because we're at
Do
that
I still
point.
have disadvantage?
You do, and so
I'm not
does
running
Ulrich
anymore.
this time. It was at the end of you were dashing that round, so
I got to 19.
19.
22 or 10.
You good?
I got a 10.
Oh no! Woohoo! Ulrich, it's your turn.
I dash again.
Yep.
It doesn't actually
Wick?
matter, because if I fell off, I imagine it's going to take more than one round for me to hit the ground. Right?
Yeah. You probably got a good few rounds before you even hit terminal velocity and then the cement.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Is it my turn?
Yeah. It is.
I feel this is an opportune moment. I am going to draw the Sun Sword from its little hidden pouch on my butt.
Yep.
And activate it. And I'm like, now's
Shove it in
the
there.
time, and I jam it into the heart.
All right. Do that thing. The by the way, the target number to hit within the sort of, are you aiming for?
Is there a
the
crack
cracks,
that
or
I
you
can
just
see
jam?
from the side? Yeah. Then I'll
Yeah, there are more and more that have been
try
appearing
and
over time.
try and jam it in a crack.
All right. Roll it.
27.
Okay, you find purchase on one of those cracks. If you can roll this as if you roll a crit.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Sun Sword. Just for my own... Is this an undead target? Okay.
No.
So it's just a D8 plus 7.
Oh, just a D8 plus 7.
Just.
Twice.
Just. 2d8 plus 7.
Yeah. So that is... sorry, math. 19 damage.
19 damage.
Wata!
For a second, like as you were like waving your arm back, I thought you were gonna dab.
I'm gonna throw...
Graham disappointed in every single one of
a water
us.
bottle and have it land. I'm gonna do that as well.
Then you were gonna floss.
Oh, I could try that, but the only thing I've got is a coffee mug. I don't think it's going to be quite the same. But here I go. Ah. Okay. Yeah, you sort of jam this this sword into the crack of this crystal heart, and you feel like the surge of power from the sword, and you can see like the light of the sword mixing with the light that sort of beams from within inside this crystalline form, sort of combining together, and then you see this large sort of flash of energy. It's still going, but yeah, this it is a bright bit, and the crack that you've managed to stick it in there is a lot wider, a lot more jagged, and you can see now large chunks of crystal falling away from this thing, to the point where like a quarter of it is now like completely crumbled away and has fallen to the ground. This thing is looking.
Could you say that it was shot through the heart, and that we're to blame?
And you are,
Yes.
and you are to blame.
It's moments like these that I...
You're giving love a bad name.
Yeah. that checks out, really.
I think what you're actually giving is Strahd. You're giving Strahd heartburn.
It's bad medicine, is what you're saying.
Yes. Nalag.
Shooty shoot.
You can see because Wick has basically still got like sword in the heart. You can actually see like this glowing section that is vulnerable, and you know Wick has already sort of pointed out like, you know, go for that, do that, you know, try and get your proton torpedo into this
Hit it
fucking
in the glowing spot.
space.
That's how you play this. Boss fights, you hit him in the glowing spot.
I aim for the glowy spot.
Yep.
I got a 22, a 10, and an 11.
The 22 counts as a crit.
Yay!
I really want to be alive just enough for me to get up there, and then for me to body slam it. I want to like full on tackle this thing, but I'm not sure that would work.
I love it. Let's make that work. Because I want to see what the second phase of that is. Like the
20.
I mean, I don't
damage
really have a
total.
plan after that.
29.
So just off that one, I got 2 6s, a 9, and an 8.
Nice. Okay. Deck saves, please. So, Ulrich, you'll have disadvantage. The other two are straight
Natural 20.
rolls. Good time to use that.
Oh, I don't have disadvantage anymore, right? Yeah. Okay,
No.
well, I got a 20.
15 and 21, so...
You're golden. Ulrich, it's yours. You can sprint up there and
So,
be up in.
Will
Let's
I
call
get
it.
to it at the end of this?
You'll get in range. This.
He's gonna get
So I
it melee
can't have the
range.
last part of I can't have the last part of my dash be jump at it.
You know what? I like this image. You're going to jump tackle this crystalline thing and be basically riding it like the fucking nuclear bomb at the end of Doctor Strangelove.
Well, it's more to like. So it's kind of in the middle. Like,
Thank you for peeking out Zoom there,
imagine
Mitch.
The
in my mouth.
like I'm coming at this from the side, so I'd be like
You're spear tackling.
Yeah,
it.
and I'm essentially aiming for the other wall.
You're not going to go through it,
Spear
though.
tackle this. Oh, we
No,
could.
that's the point. I know.
Okay.
I'm taking this thing with me.
You know what? Roll a grapple.
I will. And I'm going to use my actual dice for this.
You don't trust the ones and zeros?
No, it hasn't treated me very well so far.
Superstitious against a random number generator.
I am. Now, do I add athletics to that?
If you choose, yes.
So I got 12, and then so plus athletics would be 19.
Okay, I was about to say the 12's pretty mediocre, but the 19 sort of... And I don't think the heart really has an opportunity to actually resist this so much, so I'm just going to do a... Oh, look, there's some numbers.
Yeah, I'm essentially aiming to just like hit it and then like go for damage
I'm
against
going
the
to call
other
this
wall.
a grapple, but it's essentially like an attack roll, but
Yeah.
a grapple in the action.
Narlag's a good 3-4 floors down. And I'm assuming he sees
He's like-
Rick just stabbing it once, a giant chunk comes out, he's like, oh sweet, boom. And then Ulrich just does, what? What the fuck are you doing?
I've been building up speed for the last couple of rounds, and then I'm just like, boom.
You don't know how running upstairs works. Okay. I'm not going to make you roll here.
What happens?
Sanity.
But what happens?
Because
Okay.
how this thing looked pretty damaged, right? I imagine it can't have much left. I'm hoping that I can just tip it
Based
over the
on
edge
what?
and it shatters. I don't know.
What is
last
your
time you
frame
fought-
of reference that you're comparing this to? How many other giant crystal hearts have you seen that you are comparing the relative damage of this one to?
Well, just the fact that you've got this sword in there, it's got big gaps. I don't know. I wanted to side tackle this thing, and I was going to do
Yeah,
it.
no, I feel your energy. That's cool. But what happens now?
I don't know.
Okay,
I didn't plan that far ahead.
You-
Okay. Ulrich, apparently gaining speed while running upstairs somehow against physics and any form of concept of
Dragon.
of motion.
You drag me upstairs.
And leaps the gap between the staircase and the actual heart, sort of shoulder tackling it, and it moves in its sort of floating space in response to this, because a force has been applied. And
It's
emotion
probably
is now
good
achieved.
because the alternative is you
It's
just
goddamn physics.
spear tackle and just bounce off of it.
and then has to deal
Falling
with.
down a tower.
I think I max out the number of fall damage dice.
We call
Okay.
that in the business.
The
We call
whole-
that getting turned into pasta sauce. Although you got sort of an alligator vibe to you, so it might be more a gumbo.
I think the alternative name for that is
Okay.
pasteurization.
Ugh.
Ooh. Okay, can you roll me 2d6 plus your strength modifier? Because it with your weight and momentum, it moves from its hovering position in the center of this of the head of the spire to the far side of the spire column,
Sorry, yeah.
and crack and smacks between you and the wall.
I just got that Sia song in my head.
So I rolled a 6 and a
from the
5,
chandelier.
and my strength modifier is a 6, so I got to 17,
They only like you when you're 17.
which is nearly the best possible roll I could have done.
So you're saying that Strata has thick skin and a crystal heart?
Haven't we already? Didn't we do
We
this
did.
last
We did.
session?
I did the joke on the chat.
We were
as well.
actually referencing a different Sia song.
Oh, I'm going to
Yeah.
swing from the chandelier. Yeah.
Don't try and sing that one; it's hard. So what happens now? What happened?
Okay.
Did he crunch it?
Ulrich has flying tackled this thing against the far wall, and solid chunks break off it and start to roll and bounce down the stairway, and one of them sort of rolls past your feet, Wick, and then bounces off your boot, and then tumbles off the edge and into the open space, and then plummets down the several seconds worth of time to hit the ground. This thing here is now sort of the main core of it is sitting in 4 pieces, with a large glowing orb of just light sitting in the middle with tendrils attaching these 4 quadrants still together.
Cool.
So essentially the outer casing is cracked, the core is exposed.
I'm gonna fire. It's my turn, right? I'm
It
gonna
is.
fire photon torpedoes.
Sorry, just as an aside, where am I now?
You managed to jump the distance of from one side of the stair, one side of the tower staircase to the other, and crack the heart against the wall between your own momentum and
The wall.
the wall.
Cool.
So I have a technical question for you, Ryan.
Yes, yeah. All right,
Where
cool.
Ulrich is right now in relation to the core and pieces, would you say he is in melee with it?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm gonna stab it with the sun sword in the core.
And do it.
And you get
All right.
In a
you
sneak
get,
attack type fashion.
Sneak attack, yeah, and good. See, this is all working out.
It's all working gangbusters.
Yeah.
All you needed to do is make sure you had one meat shield to soak up all the damage. And this time we decided it was Nala.
I'm gonna stab it with the sun sword. So that is
Yep.
20 to hit.
Natural 20. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't
Yep.
matter because this is
This
essentially.
is essentially.
Well, it's prone. It's prone.
What you're doing is rolling a big number
okay.
of dice and describing
1,
a
2,
coup de
3,
grace.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I want a screenshot of this just to see all of the dice.
Which
on
one's a
your screen.
D8? That's a D8. 1, 2, and it's all this plus 7. It's not that impressive. 64 damage.
Just 64.
I mean, the dice on the screen.
You know,
wasn't impressive.
In that one attack, you've done more than half of every other attack that's been going on this thing the entire time.
Yeah.
You guys have done 118 damage to it so far. You just did 64 to it in one hit.
Look, man. Look. I get that. I get that a lot.
So
Okay.
my plan that I totally had has come to fruition.
And I figure it's a wick sort of like flourishes the sunblade and spins it round and is just two-handed. Two-handed would be.
Well, you would have also had to jump across the gap as well. So,
I mean, I would have just gone up the stairs.
whole-
I'm not a dickhead.
Yeah.
well,
Plunge it downwards into the thing.
Not a dickhead is debatable.
Yeah, two-handed's all right. You plunge this sword down into the open core of this crystalline heart, and
crystal shards go everywhere, and I take shit tons of damage.
Narlag mysteriously
even though,
gets hit
it's
with
just
all of them.
Weird.
and they're all made of spears. It'll be the 11th death of a Narlag. You feel like purchase as you drive this sword into what essentially looks like light. So that's a bit weird that it's actually got like resistance and substance.
You mean he puts his non-existent sword blade into the like light non-existence of this heart?
And still felt like resistance, like haptic feedback. Like, this is really good VR. But yeah, and you feel it sort of like drive in slowly, slowly as you're putting more and more pressure in to drive this thing right into the center of the heart, and then you feel it like crack and break, and then it sort of slides easier to the point where you've pushed this thing right down to the hilt. And you see this sort of intermingling of the light from the crystal heart, which is this red, sort of like a blood red glow, with the sunlight of the sun sword, and the glowing red orb is just like slowly, like having those pinprick light beams pouring, pushing their way out of it, and like more and more cracks in it open up, and then it just like explodes out just with sunlight. Like there's a small miniature sun in the core of this thing, and these 4 quarters of the crystalline heart just each simultaneously like crack and shatter, and just like a breaking chandelier, like these little fragments of crystal all fall like in unison down to the ground, and it sounds calming, honestly. It's just there's that crinkling, the tinkling sound of just like of fine fragments of glass.
Cool.
And then that red light, that red glow, and the thud that you've gotten used to over the last sort of little while goes away. And then you're just sitting. You're standing there with the sun sword, basically pressed about a good 4 or 5 inches into the stonework behind where the heart was, and any of the light remaining from the heart is completely extinguished. The shards of crystal look a little bit like just like a pretty shitty quality, like pink quartz, red quartz. Like just it looks at this point what looked like a pristine sort of precious gem before now looks like a really shitty silica. And with that, we pan back out to the fight, and Mordekainen is still managing to maintain his levitation spells. He's still up in the air, but he is holding like his left arm has been shredded by a couple of like clawed strikes from Strahd, and is hanging limply down his side with just like blood running down and dripping off the end of his fingers. His right eye is swollen over. He has a large gash down the side of his neck, and blood is pooling through his robes. His head is dipping slightly, and he's panting heavily just with the amount of pain that he is in. And Strahd is just facing off at him and just laughing maniacally. It's like, ha ha ha! Wizard, you are so weak. Here we are again. Same story again. You've killed all your revolutionaries. And I am here again to beat you down like the dogs that you are, and throw you once more down that fucking waterfall. But this time, I'm going to make sure your body is eaten by the rats. Mordecai is just like, not this time, demon. If I have to go, I am taking you out with me. And fire starts to form in his one good arm still, as it sort of gathers energy up, and he thrusts it forward with the most bolstered fireball that he has ever tried to fire out. And Strahd just stands there with a grin on his face, just like, and basically, essentially doing the flying version of the "come at me, bro" stance.
Just sorry, the way you've described this, I didn't want to interject, but like the levitating in the air with one fucked up arm, and then like casting a fireball. It's a very Dragon Ball Z scene.
It's Dragon Ball
Z scene.
Yeah, it's very Dragon.
Yeah, I realized that partway through. It's basically
I
a
fucking
Dragon
love
Dragon Ball
scene.
Z.
I didn't. It's fucking Dragon Ball. That's the tone that I intended.
But Strahd basically just standing there, like, takes this attack, like in like straight up in the chest. He just stands there like the whole "come at me, bro" stance. There is just like the whole ground is lit up with the light of a almighty fireball in the sky. This has been the first time in centuries this amount of light has seen the ground.
All of the plants are just like, yes, yes.
And for the moment, it's like, and they're like, oh,
Vitamin D.
and the explosion reaches out to the apex of its radius, and then dissipates. And as this sort of smoke and the haze clears, you see Strahd there, with a shocked look on his face, and that shock is somewhat disguised by the soot and ash left behind by a good portion of his clothes that are now burnt and somewhat melted, and a good portion of his well-coiffed hair is singed and smoking. And his cocky smile and fanged visage has been replaced by a snarl of sort of shock and surprise as he whips his head around to look back at the tower, the highest peak of Castle Ravenloft, and he's like, "No. You called me out so your little friends could stab me in the heart. You win this round, wizard. I'm going to go now. I'm going to kill your little friends, and I'll be back for you." And he fades into a mist cloud, and that cloud shifts straight upwards into the massive of overcast clouds that perpetuate the sky of Barovia at all times. And you can just sort of see like the wake left behind as his fast-moving form shifts through the clouds back towards Castle Ravenloft.
I think we pissed him off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've already
certainly
done this
did.
before. Something.
You
blood
did
flu.
literally
Blood flu.
piss in his grave.
Yes, we did do that.
forgot about that.
No, didn't we just pour holy water
No,
all
you
over
pissed
it?
in his grave. Then you like made your piss holy.
Oh, that's right. Then I made it holy. Yeah. So it was still holy water.
I'm fairly certain you really probably can't make holy water out of urine. That's just not really
You
a
never,
thing.
can with the
you
right
never-
ceremony.
You never hear about holy urine. I'm pretty sure if we did like a text search on the Bible, you wouldn't get any references to holy urine.
I mean, the spell says water. It's water.
Okay, but it's not though. Like it's urine.
It's mostly water.
The holy amictoration.
I mean, most consumable liquids are mostly water.
a lot
This
of
is what I'm
poisons are
saying.
too.
You can't just say, "Oh, holy." The bits of it. that
Well,
are
actually, it is pretty much all water. Like, if you've got a decent diet and you're not having too many like vitamins coming out, like it would actually just be
water. And
water.
does Ulrich have that?
Oh God, you don't want-
his diet is entirely garlic and asparagus.
Okay.
His pee's purple for some reason. I don't know why.
So
It was blood. It started off as blood. Then it got worse somehow.
So Okay. So I just googled holy urine because I wanted to find if there was anything. The third result is an art project called Piss Christ.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of Piss
That's the
Christ.
thing. You never heard of Piss Christ?
Why would I have heard of Piss Christ?
It was pretty famous. People were real mad. We've
For obvious
gotten a little
reasons,
bit
really.
distracted.
We have!
I'm picturing after stabbing that, like Wick is sort of like pulls the sunblade back out and is like, so what do you think that thing was?
Something magic, probably something important.
It was a large paperweight, probably.
All right, well I suppose we better get to the throne room then.
I imagine this won't come back to haunt us in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, like it was fun and all, like having a little side mission to just break some shit. But we are here for a reason, you know. Like maybe we should get back to it.
got to pull off some pretty cool
Yeah,
moves.
well, you know that was the thing with the tackle. That was whew, whew.
Your conversation here is somewhat interrupted by 3 very rapid claps of thunder.
Not like he's glad that he's about 4 levels down.
It sounds super close.
Let's get back down.
Can I take a hide action until the guys...
Yeah, we really need to get to the throne room, like, as soon as possible.
The 4th crack of lightning, you actually know where it hit because you see the flash above you, peeking through the spire, the wooden top spire of the tower that you're currently in. Fragments of exploding timber start raining down on you.
I look up and say, Mum?
You do the whole baby bird thing where it's like,
Run downstairs safely.
Yeah, I run as well.
I wait until the guys catch up to me, then I start running.
Because Mum can get pissed.
okay. As you start running down these stairs, you're basically doing the. This is running down the this spiral staircase. Another rapid crash of lightning slams into the inner wall of this tower. Are any of you looking up?
I think
While
running.
you're
Probably
I
concentrating
think
on
running
the stairs.
downstairs is something that demands an individual's attention.
If... have they reached where I'm yet? Yet?
Well, it depends. Have you started
If
running
they
as
haven't
well?
reached me, I'm not running. I'm waiting for them to catch up to me.
Okay. At this point, yeah, they're catching up. I'm not doing this in round timings. That would just take a long time. It's a bad idea.
But like, if they're with me, then yeah, I'm running.
You hear a angry, sort of growling voice from behind you. It's like, "You 3, what have you done?"
I do.
You like the voice, do you?
Sorry, I should have said, like, before running, I will have hidden the sun sword back in its little cozy spot.
Okay, yep.
That's a priority. That's a priority. I would hiding the sun sword is high on my list.
At this point, you can hear the sound of footsteps coming down the tower behind you.
Are there any, like, nooks in the spiral staircase at all?
No. Roll me perception. This is hearing. Is that a 0 from
20.
from Ulrich?
10.
I rolled 1, and I have a
I
negative
minimum
1.
get a 20 on
Okay.
perception rolls.
Wick, you notice you're the one that notices this. These footsteps do not sound like the ones that you guys are doing. Like you guys have a constant a constant beat to them as you're running, and the sound of the stone and the foot and your boots sounds the same as it goes the whole way. The footsteps that are following you, you hear like a few dozen that sound the same, and then a short burst of like 5 or 6 that sound a little bit different, and then another few dozen, and then it's basically broken up in that same sort of rhythm.
Is it like a centipede following us or something? Or a spider?
No, it sounds like, it sounds bipedal. It sounds like a bipedal person running, but it sounds like the surface that they're running on changes every so often, and then changes back to the original for a long stretch, and then changes for a short step, and then changes for a long back to the original.
What is this? A fucking eldritch abomination?
What?
Well, we are in his castle. It's his domicile.
With that, you look up and you see, and you've seen Strahd before, but you see him running down the side wall of the tower. The one sound that you hear is him when he's running on the wall, and then the other sounds similar to what you guys are doing. Was when he's running.
He's doing some
on
David
the stairs,
Bowie and Labyrinth
and
shit.
Yes, he's doing some Goblin King.
I mean, that's essentially what we're facing.
Running and angry and making ground on you guys because he's running the
David
direct
Bowie
line to you
Dracula
guys.
is the scariest Dracula. Also,
the
also the
codpiece.
sexiest Dracula.
That's up against
Stiff
some
competition.
very stiff competition of Dracula of sex.
There's
That's a lot of sexy Draculas. I mean, Leslie Nielsen.
At this point,
And
how far is it to the... At this
That was
point,
going to be my Dracula pull.
at this point, how far to the bottom?
Do you want to count it in feet or number of dice if you jumped?
Either one, either or.
I mean,
It's
never mind. Keep going.
yeah. Believe me, it's not the fall that'll kill you. It's the rapid stop
It's not
at the
the
end.
fall that'll kill you. It's the many dice he's going to roll that will.
It's a long ass way down before you hit the ground because you guys didn't even enter this at the ground level.
Can
Oh,
we,
that's right. Yeah, we can
exit it at the level that we got in then?
That's what.
Yeah.
How far away is that?
Strahd will be on you before you get to there.
Ulrich, the sunlight thingy. Pendant thingy. Amulet.
Yes, I'm just opening it up now. Okay, so...
Would I be able to turn around and transfer my hex onto Strahd? Wicked.
Sure.
That means you know where he is.
This is true.
Unless it bounces off him.
You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal extra damage. I don't know where he is, but I do choose one ability that he has disadvantage on. So that's going to be wisdom checks.
Can it be wisdom? Yeah.
It's not wisdom saves, it's wisdom checks. So that would be his perception and insight and all that stuff.
Okay.
Can it be wisdom saves?
No, not saves, it's just checks.
It's good for hiding. It's good for hiding.
Yep.
I was
Reduces-
thinking a hunter's mark.
Is there any save or anything like that, or is this
save.
just on him now?
Yeah.
All right.
He's hexed.
As we're running...
He can remove it with a
sorry.
remove curse. That helps. I'm not sure he would have remove curse.
He is a wizard.
This is true.
I can really only wait until he gets 30 feet away from us for me to use the...
Or,
the
like,
thing.
it creates sunlight, right?
Yeah, within 30
Right.
feet.
But he doesn't want to get in that 30 feet.
Sure, okay. Yep. Sunlight. I make sunlight.
Okay, so this is from using charges in the amulet?
Yep.
Okay. As soon as you pull that amulet out, you hear him sort of snarl and hiss. And you
my
hear
Dracula
him
hiss.
sort of like leap. That's good. You hear him sort of stop running before he leapfrogs back over the next set of stairs, basically using the stairs as cover from the sunlight. Where do you think you will go inside my castle where I will not track you down and rip your throats out?
Is Narlag still looking like Arena?
Did you end up doing that?
Yeah,
You did, didn't you? Yeah,
You did do that, yeah.
That has, does that have
It's
concentration
just,
to it?
it's just his butt.
I just do it.
It's just what he looks like.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it's a changeling thing.
Hashtag
Yeah, you
changeling
do.
things.
I mean, he's probably been a bit pissed off so far, so he probably hasn't noticed.
And now that his
That
perception's
much,
been
yeah.
reduced,
And he's
what-
blinded by the sun.
Blinded. Yeah,
Blinded by the light.
ripped up like a douche.
another roll up in the night.
No one knows the lyrics of that song.
Yeah, no one does.
I can fly higher than a weevil.
What do you do? At the moment, he is...
I mean, I'm assuming we keep running, but like I wanted to make sure that was a thing. Not really.
Well, I'm following the people who know where they're going, which is you guys.
Whatever oubliette we crawled out of.
That's not what an oubliette is.
Good pull.
I know. I just wanted to say oubliette. Shut up. Whatever alcove. Fine. I'm using the correct
An
terminology. You
oubliette
happy?
is a torture device. We don't want to go in those.
This entire castle is a torture device.
All right, but
Accurate.
like it's not an oubliette. I mean, there probably are
Fine.
oubliettes in this castle. I would not put that past it. It's like a big hole, right? It's like a big hole that you throw somebody in the bottom of, like a Silence of the Lambs type situation.
Pretty much.
That was a well.
But like
But
when
yeah,
it's a
pretty much is the same.
when it's a torture, it's an oubliette. Wells have water in them.
Does it get the hose again?
Anyway,
Moving on.
No. Let's get to the
Yeah.
bottom of this.
So we're all like dashing.
Of this
We're all
oubliette.
dashing down the stairs.
In a one horse.
Yeah. At what... At what point are you going to attempt to stop running down these stairs and try and find your way back out of the...
I'm assuming we know which
Now?
of the.
Hold on.
This
is
I'm
the-
assuming we know which alcove was the one that we came out of.
This is the main tower, right?
It is... Yes.
We know that we originally thought that the way we were going to get into this place was from the bottom of the main tower.
Yep.
So it's not that far from the bottom of the main tower to the throne room. So we should go
That's
to the
correct.
bottom of the tower.
then let's do that.
I mean, we're going into uncharted
go-
territory, but we're also being chased by a Dracula.
You gotta watch out for them
So
dragons.
where do you want to end up? You want to go to the bottom of the tower, or do you want to go into the...
well, we came through the middle of the tower,
Uh-huh.
and I mean, there were a couple of other ways to go, I guess, but I mean, I'm happy to go down the bottom.
I'm pretty sure that it was the bottom of the tower was right near the throne room. Or
It would make sense.
Okay, here's what I'm pitching here. This is this is not me trying to metagame. This is me trying to in character plan this out. We plotted out a route from the map that we had from the bottom of the tower to the throne room. So if we go to the bottom of the tower now, we should be able to follow what we thought we were going to go from there to the throne room.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, so the actual tower, the base of the tower, where it sort of then meets its way into the rest of the roof structure of the thing, is about the same level where you guys came through that secret door in the ladder bit. That's about what you would call the base of the tower. The staircase still continues into and keeps on spiraling its way down to almost the catacombs, but you wouldn't really call that
Yeah.
the tower still.
And we've searched around those before. We don't want to do that again.
Well, you could. I'm sure you got time.
Yeah, heaps. Yeah.
But essentially, if you want to, if you know from where you first got into this spiral staircase, that level is the same level as where the throne room is.
I'm happy with Wick's logic. Let's go with that.
Yeah, like I'll follow Wick.
He's the guy who does this professionally.
Yeah.
So
He's the guy who's actually read the maps and understands the secret entrances and everything, and knows how to lockpick doors and not get hit by spring traps
yeah.
or poison.
As you guys continue to make your way down this set of staircases, you hear the sound of a thick cloak being, or a thick rug being shaken, and the sound of like squeaking and fluttering. You basically see, if anyone looked up, you would see a bat form flying back up to the top of the tower.
Take that.
Sorry, just as an aside, at this when I cast the sunlight, at the same time I cast protection from evil, because it lasts the same amount of time, so it's just easy to figure out when the sunlight goes out. That's when my spell goes out.
Okay. So yeah, your sunlight has forced him into a brief retreat, where he can potentially, basically, he has retreated back to reform and replan.
Ryan, I'm trying to remember the map and like how we sort of plotted out, and I don't completely 100% super remember, like in my meat brain, what the map sort of laid out looked like. But does it make sense for us to go like down lower than where we came into this tower to get to the throne room, or does it make sense for us to get out?
Give me 2 seconds. I'll just share my screen.
I don't know. It's sort of asking your opinion, but you know.
So
yes,
you can see that, right? What you're looking at now, if you can see my mouse cursor, right? You can see you're up here where the heart was. That's where the whole tackle and everything happened. You've been running down this column, down these stairs here, down there, down through there. This is the area where you came through on the ladder. And you know that this is the same area. That's where you assume the throne room is. Essentially, you're looking to get through.
Okay, so if we get out
here.
the other door at the level we came in is roughly where we want to go. Okay.
Yeah. That's what you can remember without... And if you wanted to stop and actually study your maps more accurately, I would give you more information than that quick look, but I'm trying to make this fairly obvious that you're doing this.
It's also probably a bad time to take out the map and try and navigate using that.
Yeah, that's a decision you've got to make. If you want to do that, you're more than welcome. There may, of course, be problems and repercussions, consequences, issues with that plan.
Learn that your actions have consequences.
But
that we will deal with in the next session, because this is where we'll end up for now. Before we wind up, I will quickly scan back out to the battlefield.
Is Mordenkainen
There's a little bit of a... Mordenkainen is back on the ground. He has retreated from the front line and is being seen to by Irina. She is doing a quick field bandage on his arm. She is also running a bandage across his right eye, and she's like, your arm will be fine in time. Hopefully no infection finds its way in, because if it does, we may have to remove it. The eye may be lost. That is potentially damaged beyond saving, outside of some high-level magics that I do not have access to. I don't know anyone on our side, as she sort of glances over to see the glowing form of an angel on the side of Strahd. And then she also looks over towards Babalai Saga, who is standing at the front porch of her hut, flinging spells into the crowd while the hut basically picks up two or three combatants in turn and either crushes them into the ground or flings them a good distance across the battlefield like small rag dolls. And Irina looks over at Babalai Saga and is like, I don't trust that magic to reconstruct your eye, and I don't think she would do it for you anyway.
And
Cool monster eye.
no, keep going.
Okay.
I just think it'd be really cool if the hut got into a fight with the angel.
Mordekainen is... His expression is obviously one of some level of, like, dismay. Like, it wasn't expecting to get bested so convincingly. The thought a man of his long experience and significant power would at least go toe-to-toe with a 400-year-old vampire. His pride is injured. He is seeing the same story from a year or so ago playing out again. Except this time, there won't be a third time. There won't be enough survivors to create an army. And any survivors of this one will be either too nervous for it or too shell-shocked. And any ones that don't survive are just as likely to be on the opposing side next time.
After seeing a fucking angel fighting for Strahd.
Stupid angel.
Stupid angel, wars are for people.
Mordekainen is, holds his hand out, and with a small sort of puff of white smoke, Alphonse appears in his hand and sort of runs a little ring around his forearm, then up onto his shoulder, and just sits there and is like, he picks a small small bit of like jerky out of his pocket and feeds it to him. And it's like, well, my friend, shall we finish this thing? And Alphonse is chewing away on this dried piece of meat and looks back at him and is like an animated bow and gesture for.
I thought he was going to talk in like James L. Jones's voice.
Or Morgan Freeman. One of the two.
I can't do Morgan Freeman. I can't even do James L. Jones.
Most people can't do.
I can't do voices.
Andy Dufresne. Better get busy living or get busy dying. That's what Alphonse says. He's like, get busy.
Mordekainen nods at his long-time familiar and companion and picks his staff back up and sort of taps it against the ground, and an amount of light starts to pour out at the end of it. It's like, as you wish, friend. As he starts to wade through the lines in the battlefield to resume his position at the front. And with that, we'll end this session. And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming, and if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.